Hello, I'm Aios and welcome back to Buried in Time. Today we are going to find one particular area and kind of work our way through it. I remember a little bit about the game because it's been quite a few years since I played it. So I know that uh, Chechen Itza, or however you properly pronounce that, I've yet to hear it, is not the first place you should go. It is a place we can go, but not quite. So I'm going to poke around at Galliard, and if not, head off to Da Vinci Studio. But first, let's read through some biochips. To start off with, Arthur. Biochip AI Arthur. I've usually got something to say, so press the comment button if you want to hear it. Absolutely, we're going to do that lots. The help button is in case you get hopelessly stuck. You can use either button more than once in any situation, but thinking too hard overloads my neural circuitry, so use the help button only as a last resort. You kind of have to have like a help mechanic, so I guess it makes sense. Let's see, cloak. When activated, the cloak biochip renders an agent invisible. However, movement destroys the mask of invisibility, so the agent must stand still in order to remain unseen. Evidence. This is the one he had to customize. I've programmed this optical memory biochip to catalog any evidence you find. It'll record everything you see, but evidence will be indexed so that you can queue it up quickly. Right, so it's a camera. It's a camera biochip, and it's just programmed to, like, say this is important. That's great. Files. The temporal security annex data files are located on the files biochip to allow the agent to access this information quickly and easily without having to return to the TSA. Interface controls all file and computer control functions. That's how I save. And no, there is no audio. Oh, hey. Oh, that's fine. Jump. The jump biochip contains the jumpsuit's time travel controls. It is used to travel to mission locations or recall back to the present. Before beginning a mission, you must review the briefing. Gotcha. And then we bought this one. The Translate biochip. The Samco Translate biochip is capable of translating both the written and spoken forms of every known language. Simply pop it into your biotech interface and click the activate button. The Samco Translate biochip does the rest. Samco guaranteed for life. In case of malfunction, please call a very long number. Wow. I can't even remember the 10 digits nowadays. I hate that. That's very probably going to be the future. Oh, right, the actual inventory. Simple arrow with a wrought iron tip, the bloody arrow. That's all we have right now. So, let's go up to... I also want to show you this. This is Files 1. This has all the information that was being presented through the television, essentially. It's your encyclopedia. This is your F1 for help. This is got all the information about the game and some of the universe herein. Agent dossiers. We've got the various agents who could have been framing you. And here you are, Agent 5. Profile. Special Forces training, top of the class, cool. Transfer temporal from, okay, cool. See Paragon Medal for performance. That would be when we did the first game, 2318. Captain. Oh, you got a promotion. Nice. Chosen to form and head up the Deep Time Unit. 7 years later, so the Time Unit's only been active for the last 2 years, I think they said. 2 to 3 years. Interest: classic science fiction, history, abstract art, and journeyman collectibles. Yes, and also no. Bad gauge. I've seen your art collection. No. Yeah, and then we have the same thing here. It's a lot of information. Employed as exhibit curator of the Smithsonian Institute. Hmm. Maybe he has some connection to the Louvre? I don't know. Greek mythology, history, theater, volleyball. Tahiti. I hope he didn't change anything. That's where Gage likes to spend his days off. Receptionist, World Science Center. Oh, you were there? Like, is that when we were popping back? Or was it just before then? It might have been before then. I don't remember the exact dates. That is... I think that's where we were in the last game, the Science Center, where we had to stop the assassination. Harvard... PhDs in unification history and political science. She's very smart. She's interested in politics, museums. Ooh. 19th century literature, mysteries. Yeah, there's a lot of Gorbistan. You've got a lot of nods to the previous game. Anyway, there is all kinds... Michelle, right. All kinds of red herrings, all kinds of things that kind of like, they kind of fit, but they don't quite fit, and it takes time to piece it all together. Black belt in karate, aikido, grab ball competition. She's quite the warrioress. Warrioress? Yeah, that's the right word. University PhD in pre-unification history, bachelor's in social psychology. Hired into the Protectorate, and into 10 years later, Deep Time Unit. Grav Ball, Symbiometry Affairs, Existentialist Literature. Okay, your stuff's a bit over my head, but cool. And yeah, there's an entire other side here. This is the, they could have also been causing us problems. The Three Stooges. 20th century rock. Cool. Anyway, to go through all of these things would take some time. But our information is here for when we do need to put things together and figure out who actually framed us. And I think... No, we will have to go back to access information about like the alien species or whatnot if we need that, and whatever else is going on with the current trial, and possibly the Louvre for information, but that's all through the television. So we have most of our information here. AI. Here we go, AI. So depending on where you look, I usually keep the AI biochip up and running because Arthur makes the game.
The wooden roofs were covered with tin, I think to prevent being set ablaze by flaming arrows.
Yeah, a lot of his stuff is either very, very accurate or...
If someone should get a glimpse of us up here...
Close enough.
In this suit, we might pass as a knight, but I think we should be careful not to be seen.
We're a knight. That's perfect. Isn't there a way down, I thought? Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Those boulders were dropped on any Nimrod trying to climb the walls.
I'm not climbing the walls. Oh, this is so mist and so wonderful. Yeah, and it depends on where you looked for him to comment. Usually there's, like in hallways, there's not much. He has a lot to say. Oh, 10 meters ahead, we can't go down any further. This way. Ooh.
It's kind of interesting how they use the more finished stone on the outside of the walls to make the castle look more imposing, and use the rough stone on the inside. The space in between was generally filled with rubble and, oh, I don't know, annoying singing frogs in metal boxes.
Oh, what is that show? The Looney Tunes, right? Yeah, look up the Looney Tunes with the singing frog. What? I thought we can go in there.
Sounds locked to me.
Okay then. Arthur, we've dealt with another AI who made unhelpful comments. Don't get on my bad side. He won't. Where is the middle bar? Right, let's see if we can open it. No? Yeah, I know it's locked. Is there... Am I missing something? Probably. Should we ask him for help? I mean, why not? Arthur's fun.
I've got a nagging suspicion that the room on the other side of this door was neither modeled nor rendered. What the hell does that mean?
That is great! There is no room. Don't try to get inside. Okay, in which case we just need to go back up one. Yeah, there we go. There is 2 doors here. Guess what? It's gonna be the same thing. Should we try it again? Why not?
Call it a hunch, but I don't think we're getting in.
Okay, it is a 90s game still, so before we go through a newly opened door, that is not right. There we go. We're gonna save, and we're gonna keep doing this. And back to Arthur. Arthur, there we go.
These wooden hoardings here, they were put up for defense before a siege to protect archers, and get this, allow the soldiers to drop big, heavy, painful things on the attackers below. Charming, isn't it?
Yes. It's cool. They just rolled them off or something?
This castle really was the jewel in King Richard's crown. He once wrote about Chateau Gaillard. How beautiful is my year-old daughter. When Philip Augustus had said that he would take this castle though its walls were made of iron, King Richard retorted that he would hold it if its walls were made of butter. Then King John the Soft Sword took over. When Philip was done with this place, you could pour it on your popcorn.
Why do I want popcorn all of a sudden?
When Philip Augustus heard about Richard's death in 1199, he set about retaking Normandy. And within 3 years, in October of 1203, he was knocking on Chateau Gaillard's door with a formidable army. John answered the door with 300 knights, 3,000 horsemen, and 4,000 foot soldiers and assorted ruffians, who tried to surprise Philip's army with a night attack. Big mistake. He wasn't counting on the new cohesion and confidence of Philip's army in the light of Richard's death. They were slaughtered.
Ooh. No comments there. I love history stuff like this in the games. I don't know what that was. Oh, the door was closing. I don't know why I bothered. Maybe it's not the door closing. Okay. No comments? Still, it's fun to look around here. I love castles. I love the whole night thing. Oh. Do we really want that, though? You know what this is, right?
So a clever French knight figures out that he and a few men can get into the castle by climbing up through a toilet. So right now they must be fighting it out at the main gate. By now there will only be about 60 English soldiers remaining anyway. No wonder this place seems deserted.
It's a toilet. I climbed up here through a toilet and got in to conquer all of this.
Ah, see that bridge to the inner bailey?
Yeah, right here.
This was the castle's one weakness. Under cover of the bridge, Philip Augustus's men managed to dig under the wall and collapse a section of it in what they called a, let me look it up, a sapping operation.
I love that also about AI. You can have an entire section of your mind you can just go access like files.
When an attacker would sap a wall of a castle, they would dig a tunnel underneath the foundation supported by a wooden framework. They would then set fire to the wooden beams and the tunnel would collapse under the wall, bringing it down.
Now, you can't tell me that's not cool. I mean, it's terrible for the situation, but that was cool. Okay. I'm waiting for a particular comment, but I don't know. I'm going to just keep on going. I should probably save eventually here.
You tiny-brained wipers of other people's bottoms, I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries. Sorry, I always wanted to say that.
Oh, I believe it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail or something along those lines. Funny movie.
So this is what a real siege looks like. Not a lot like what you see on the Holoflicks. Not a lot of action.
No.
Most of it was just bringing an army, surrounding a castle to prevent defenders from getting supplies, and then waiting around until they either starved or surrendered. In the meantime, they built towers and assault engines, readying for when the defenders were softened up enough to attack. Anyone for bloodshed?
Most of humanity in history. Yeah. Now, I need to save.
We seem to be getting closer to where that catapult is hitting.
Yeah.
And I'd be willing to bet their aim isn't getting worse.
I know. I heard. Interface. Boom. So, yeah, we need to go forward. Also, Arthur, don't do that. I want him back here to help me out.
Whoa!
Those were spiky. Agent 5's death registered at 10:09 a.m. on March 6, 1204 AD. A poorly placed weapon rack interceded Agent 5's effort to infiltrate the Middle Bailey of Chateau Gaillard. I don't know how to say it. I heard it a couple times. I don't want to say it. The resulting puncture wounds were fatal. The next of kin had been notified. Hints at... Oh, but I like hearing him talk. Don't knock my score because I want to hear everything. Come on. Especially that humorous thing about being hints. Come on, that was not a hint. That was just... You know, they didn't render it. Alright. Is there a way down, forward, here? I can't go that way, so maybe I can go around to the other thing. No. Alright, it's literally 2 minutes later. That is cool. 10:11. An explosive shower of debris from a nearby boulder impact knocked Agent 5 off a 15-meter parapet, causing terminal impact with the ground below. The next of kin have been notified. I will forever have that negative 100 now. Oh well. Oh, I just realized that's probably a knight right there, so we shouldn't be going in that direction anyway. Can we get down at all? Oh.
You want to know what made this castle such a unique piece of military architecture?
Absolutely.
King Richard's design for the keep and inner bailey. Look, see those rib-like structures ringing the top of the keep? They were designed to funnel drop projectiles down to the skirt-like plinth at the bottom, which bounced the stones in kind of a fan-shaped trajectory. This way, there was nowhere that the attackers could approach the castle without being vulnerable.
Cool. Okay, this took me a few minutes to figure out. We are heading in the right direction, but also...
Missed me by that much.
Yep, that's the trick. Okay, forward. We can't go over there because they'll see, so we gotta hop down. Cool. Do you have anything to say? Comments? Oh, we're gonna go in here. Oh, 95 graphics. This is great.
Yes, the incredible sharpening wheel, the latest in lightweight stone technology. It spins, it sparks, it sharpens your knives. It's absolutely free with your 6-piece set of Ginsu broadswords.
I'll take those broadswords, please. That'd be great. Can we spin? Oh.
Hey, now there's a nasty looking rig. The blacksmith would use something like that to hold cows and horses still for shoeing.
Oh.
No doubt some of them enjoyed it too. I mean, still, there's nothing more disturbing than a cow into bondage.
I've seen a cow cross with a chicken in Breathedge. It's definitely more disturbing.
This is an old wood-burning forge, which blacksmiths at the time used to heat up and soften raw iron, which they would then hammer to create wrought or forged tools and weapons. This fire can only get up to about 1300 degrees Celsius. Stop me if I'm getting too technical. So they would be limited to casting softer metals such as bronze, copper, or gold.
Gold.
Pumping the bellows draws air through the coals, stoking the fire. Try it, you weakling.
Oh. I have those for my fire too, only much smaller. Oh, right.
Well, it's obviously a mold for a key.
Uh-huh.
But why would he have hidden it under a brick?
Obviously it's important, and I just remembered that we can't complete this section because we have none of those medals that we need. So we'll have to come back. That sucks, we were so close. Alright, means we have to jump. So let's jump to the next area. Right. The Da Vinci Studio. Historical records allow us to trace the entire life of Leonardo da Vinci, with the exception of the years between 1482 and 1489. All that is known about this period of his life is that he was working as a military architect and engineer of Duke Ludovico Sforza of Milan. As this was during the war against the Venetian Republic, it is assumed that he built many new types of military devices, but few plans of such have ever been recovered. You are to travel to his secret workshop to document these unknown projects. As you will be arriving in the middle of the night, the studio will be vacant. Your destination coordinates have been scanned and cleared. I should have read all this first. This is clearly the one that has absolutely nothing even remotely dangerous or hard to get to or anything like that. So we should have started here from the first place. Oh well. It happens. Alright, December 1st, 1488. Cool. Oh, Arthur, come on back.
So is this real? Are we really in Leonardo's studio?
Virtually.
Da Vinci really was a master of contraptions. It looks like when the Duke of Milan allowed him to build this place, he got a chance to field test a lot of his ideas.
Well, cool then. Paintings? It goes all the way around. Oh, let's try to go out the door. It's locked. Who would have guessed? Because every door everywhere is always locked. I don't know what these mean. Translate. Activate. Oh. Lock. Up. Down. Unlock. Unlock. And elevator go up. That's a little bit of a hint, but that's the way it is. Spoiler, whatever. I guess we do it manually. They were a few years away from steam power and the like. There we go. Yeah, so the elevator came up. That took me so long the first time. I think the lock was just so that it moved or didn't move. Yeah. So it wouldn't allow us to actually go out on the balcony or anything. What do we got? Nothing to interact with. Oh. But they spent so much time modeling these things. And looks so cool. Temporal anachronism detected within the immediate vicinity. Use evidence. Yeah, definitely. Evidence already? Oh, let's do him first. Comment.
This is Leonardo's portrait of a musician. This is supposed to be a friend of his, Atlante Migliorotti, whom he traveled to Milan with, but historians were never sure. I suppose if we waited until morning we could find out for certain, but, well, I guess we could save that for the next trip.
Yeah. Deep time unit. We got other stuff to take care of at the moment.
I wonder if Leonardo realizes he'll never finish this piece.
Ooh.
If records are correct, he's been working on it for, what are we in, 1488? About 3 years now. Another 2 to go before he gives up on it for some reason. I wonder why. They have some falling out? You know, we could jump a couple of years forward and... Okay, sorry. Wrong time.
Technically. Okay, evidence biochip. Locate. Manual temporal anachronism scan mode activated. No? Okay. What are we looking for? Is it highlight or anything? Turn this way. No. There's something here. Oh. Cool, but it happened so fast. What was it? DaVinci Studio. Archival monitor. Footprint inappropriate for this era. 39-227. Is that like a registered number we should know? Alright, anyway, remove from this Arthur. Forward? Sideways? Here. No. How do we board said elevator? I've already registered it. I know it's there. No, that's not it. Oh, it is it. This way. Downward. Downward. Maybe not downward. Downward? Downward. Face the right direction. I'm getting a little dizzy. You know what? I will still trust this over an elevator any day. I would be very sick to my stomach, but I would trust this over an elevator.
That's a pretty ingenious device.
Yeah.
There must be a system of cogwheels driven by that turnstile that run in that triple helix track. Kind of neat for moving furniture, but I'll take the stairs any day. Notice there isn't a pulley system down here to lower the platform? I'm sure that was by design. Da Vinci was known to be very secretive, even paranoid. He liked his privacy.
I really like this game. Little things like that, I really do. Audio is peaking a little loud. I'm working on it. I'm so sorry. There's no audio controls here that I can maneuver or manipulate.
Wow. Amazing. With all the different things Da Vinci had his hands in, he still had time to keep this place looking pretty.
Yeah, he didn't. That's the humor, but still. I should not look around every single time, but... There it is. I spent so long looking for that piece of rope. So long. And I had to look up where it was years and years ago. Unless you are actually looking around everywhere you go, that's probably the wrong direction, you would never see it. I never bothered to look down at where we're stepping because there's no notification of it. Alright, I don't remember if we can get in through the door that was here. Nope, that's the way out, I think. Like, out of the chateau. Alright. Forward. I'm not going to waste it. I'm sure he uses something clever to say, but I have a score on the line. No one's here. It's the middle of the night, remember? We're free to walk and wander everywhere.
Ludovico Sforza, Il Moro, the current Duke of Bari, is actually a usurper. His young nephew, Gian Galeazzo, is the rightful heir, but hey, what are uncles for?
Let me handle things till you grow up, kid.
Pity he never got the chance. No big
Oh?
surprise that the kid died mysteriously before assuming the head of the family. The court of Milan was renowned for its pageantry, art, and music. Leonardo's previous patron, Lorenzo di Medici, may have sent him here knowing that the gesture would placate his powerful and ambitious neighbor. Though why Da Vinci made the move has always been a mystery. All this, of course, would seem to be a strong motivation.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little bit of an implication for the game, but a lot of it sounds awesome.
Still under construction. With the current war against the Venetian Republic, money must have been coming in sporadically.
Or not at all. Alright, we have all of Da Vinci's workshop to investigate. But I think we're going to leave that for the next episode. So, we got most of the way through the chateau. There's still about, I'd say half, maybe a little less. But we can't advance until we find some meltable metal. The bronze, gold, or whatever else he said. I think it was iron. Was it iron? Probably iron. But we need to make a key. And so we'll pop back there when we find something in one of these areas that will allow us to advance. Da Vinci Studio, I'm sorry, should have been first. It's just like before, I didn't know where I should be going. It's been a long time since I played this game, but at least we have what we need here to progress, and we're going to get a little bit of a history lesson alongside this. I remember checking out a lot of this information before, and it is mostly accurate. I don't know that it's 100% accurate, as there are some inferences for the game, it is a game after all. But it is generally accurate, and I love that about this game, that it all integrated historical facts into experiencing time travel and the past, and then allowing for different cultures and things to inform us here in the future, where things came from or how things worked. And I love this sort of game. I would love to what one was it? It was I don't remember the name of the game, but it's one of the Assassin's Creeds in the Egypt section, where they had basically they turned off the game and allowed you to go in and get all the information, and kind of like a museum walkthrough of the culture and the time. I would love to experience that and play that eventually. Maybe not all that section on the channel because it's not as entertaining, but I love all this stuff being put into a game. So next time it's going to be the Da Vinci Studio. We have the rest of it to explore and a few puzzles to solve. We'll get there in the next episode. So until then, thank you all for joining me, and as always, have fun everyone.